Welcome back to my channel. It's Lucila. I just wanted to give an update on how this past month has been because I've been gone for quite a while. So let's get right into the video. And you could be NLIC'd and then get accepted because I'm proof of that. So if you guys didn't know, I have actually applied for professional internships. Earlier in September 18th to be exact, I was accepted for the college program and I was accepted for the role of character attendant, and I was so happy to find out that one of the roles that I ultimately have been wanting for a long time with Disney, I was given. And of course, I had accepted that offer to be a character attendant for Spring Advantage in 2017. But I recently found out on November 14th, to be exact, that I was selected for a professional internship. And to be specific on the professional internship, I'll get into that a little bit later into the video. But this focus of video is to explain how I went from NLIC'd, which is no longer in consideration with Disney, and for that specific professional internship, to accept it. It's a weird story, but it's honestly so amazing, and I'm so happy and so honored that I was selected for this professional internship because it is very hard to get a professional internship. And I'm just so glad, and I cannot wait. I have around a month and 3 weeks and I'll be back in Disney, my home. So stay tuned for more videos in the future, and I really want to give you guys more information on professional internships once I find out a lot more information while I do my internship with Disney, to get into what happened from the beginning and the purpose of this video. I had applied for the professional internships, and I applied for multiple. I believe it was 12 to be exact. Some of them were not alumni only, some were, and this specific one is alumni only. But basically it was the day after or 2 days after that first I was in progress and I saw that, and I was so excited because this is like a top dream role of mine, and it has been for a while. And one of my old roommates, Faith, from my college program, it's her dream role as well. And we had always talked about doing it together and really how we would love to be in this role because it's such a rewarding role to have, and just all the magic that you can create for guests is definitely what really at least tied me into wanting to do this role, and even the internship. So long story short, after I found out that I was in progress, I was so excited. But to my surprise, I ended up getting NLIC'd, which is no longer in consideration, and I was shocked because this was one of my ultimate top roles that I really wanted, and I had confidence that I had the qualifications, not specifically that I was going to get the internship, but I definitely had the qualifications. So I was just surprised because it was something that I really wanted to do. And a little bit later down the road, I think it was probably like 3 days, I can't remember exactly, I get a phone call. And I was surprised because I had been expecting to find out about the internships, the professional internships, and see what was going to happen before finding out about the college program, because I wanted to know where would I be going. Would I be doing the college program, or will I be doing a professional internship? So I hadn't been accepted yet for character attendant in the college program, but I get a phone call and they tell me, for some reason, something happened in our system which I had seen that had happened to multiple people. They were put as NLIC'd when in order they were still supposed to be in progress. So they just clarified some questions and we just explained to them what they were asking for, and then I was back in the game. To my surprise, I find out that I was in progress and that I will be getting a phone interview for this professional internship. Mind you, I have no experience in the application process for the professional internship. In the professional internship, if you are put in submission, that's actually a really good thing, and that's what you want to see on your dashboard. You don't want to see NLIC'd because that automatically means you're out of the game and you're no longer considered. So if you see in submission for professional internship, that's a really good thing. So do not get discouraged and do not get sad or just frustrated. Do not. If you are in submission, it's a really good thing for professional internships. It actually means that you are in progress. So in progress for CP is really good. In submission for CP is okay. You're still in the running game. NLIC for CP is bad. Now, in submission for a PI is really, really good. And obviously in progress, but you won't really see that. You'll see in submission. And if you see in progress, it sometimes is for when you've done already an interview, that's when you're put in progress. So if you see in submission, it's a good thing for PI. If you see NLIC'd, it's a bad thing. So just look for in submission for the PI. I go and I find out that I'm in progress for the interview, and I did my phone interview. The phone interview was pretty basic. It was just like a phone interview for a college program phone interview, because it had like the same style of questions. They do go into some specifics, which you would experience if you get your phone interview for the role. If not, I do know that some roles, they require more than one interview, so it's called a phone screening. Mine specific role only needed one interview, which was the phone screening. I did the phone screening, and they had told me on the phone interview that I would be finding out soon enough in November, which I did, and it seemed like forever to find out. But I definitely was excited when I found out and shocked. And basically with the phone screening, you can do that, and then if they tell you that there's more interviews, some of them could be in person, some of them could be over on like the computer, and you have to just have a conversation with them so they can see your face and your personality. It just really depends. But for this specific role, which I will be announcing very, very soon, it was just one interview, which was the phone screening, which I was so happy about because I currently don't live in the Orlando area. I moved back after my college program, so I'm back home. And even though it's not too far from Orlando, it's still not easy for me to go because I work and I have school. And I find out November 14th. I had been from this time always checking my dashboard, and I was so anxious. And I had been seeing, okay, I got the college program, which was so exciting, and I was so happy. I was so happy when I found out that I got character attendant for the college program, because that has been one of my dream roles. And I'm sure that it would have been so amazing to do it. But this role that I got accepted for and offered is just, it topped character attendant. For some people, I'm sure it would have been different, but for me, it definitely, the role that I got for my PI is just so exciting, and I'm so happy and honored. Oh my goodness. But then basically, I started finding out about certain professional internships that I did not get, and I was NLIC'd, and slowly but surely, it took time, and I was just losing hope on professional internship. And then afterwards, November 14th, I'm at work, I get a phone call. Unfortunately, I was not able to pick it up, and I did not know that I had gotten a phone call, mainly from them. But how it works for professional internships, usually you are called if you're going to be receiving an offer. I don't know if this is for all professional internships, but I do know that from what I've seen, from the small amount of videos I've seen and from what I've heard, it is a call that you receive, and that's how you find out about your professional internship and if they're offering you a role. And that's exactly what happened. I was in work and I didn't feel my phone, obviously, and when you're working, can't really pick up the phone. But then I see that somebody had called me, and it was a 407 number, and I was like, oh my goodness, and it said Lake Buena Vista, and I was just over the moon, because I'm like, unless they're calling me for the college program, it has to be something concerning my professional internship. And then I see that I got a voicemail from the recruiter. I listened to the voicemail, and they had specifically said that they wanted to ask me a few questions, and from what I've heard in the past, that's what happens. They will tell you that they want to ask you a few questions, and they won't actually tell you that they're going to offer you a role, but they just want to confirm some things with you. So I had gotten off work, and I had been calling to see if they would, talk to me in that day. I wasn't sure what times they would be open or not, but I had been calling, and then I finally got the correct number, because for some reasons the numbers were switched around, but I finally got the correct number and I was in contact, but it went to voicemail. And I was freaking out because I was like, oh my goodness, I don't want to lose my possibility to get a professional internship, and I wasn't guaranteed anything, but I was just hoping that that would be it. It would be for the professional internship. So I went into and I was like, I'm gonna call them again, because I really need to find out what is going on. I was so anxious, and I had been giving up hope on the professional internship, mainly because it was something that I really wanted, because it's such a monumental role for me specifically. So I finally get in contact with the recruiter, and he asked me the questions, and he ends up asking me if I wanted to go back to Disney, and I was like, of course. I was offered a role in professional internship for guest relations, so I will be going a little bit earlier in January, and I will be doing my professional internship through guest relations. I'm so excited. I cannot believe that I was offered the PI in guest relations. I can't believe it. It was a dream come true to just know that I was, considered. With the small amount of people who get accepted and the bigger pool of applicants, I just cannot believe that I was one of them and I was chosen to be a guest relations and do my PI at guest relations. So I'm so honored and I'm so happy. I cannot believe what has been happening this past month and so much more will be happening in the next 2 months. Mainly with the holidays, I'm sure it will fly by, because Thanksgiving is next week. So I just can't believe it. I can't wait. I wanted to give you guys this update, and I wanted to tell you guys to not be discouraged. I went from being NLIC'd for guest relations to accepted, which is crazy, because for all the other professional internships I had started for in submission besides one, and it was crazy because I was like, how is that possible that out of all the internships, the one that I got NLIC'd from the beginning, I ended up getting accepted for? See you guys later. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know any comments, any questions that you guys have. I'll be glad to help you guys with any concerns that you may have, even if it's the college program, even if it's just Disney questions. Feel free to ask me anything, and please feel free to comment and subscribe and like my videos, and check out my other videos. I will be doing Vlogmas and I'm so excited. I can't wait to get into that. And I will definitely be vlogging for my professional internship, and whatever I experience and learn, I hope to provide to you guys, because there is not a lot of information on professional internships. So I hope to be able to be there for you guys and help you guys out. And stay tuned for my professional internship in guest relations. Bye guys!